Grey's Anatomy Season 22. Derek Shepherd's legacy returns through Lucas? Grey's Anatomy fans, get ready. Derek Shepherd's presence may soon echo through Grey Sloan once again. Season 21 hinted at a potential replacement for McDreamy, with Derek's nephew Lucas Adams stepping into the spotlight. His storyline not only mirrored Derek's charisma but also teased the long-absent Shepherd family's possible return. Lucas has already shown uncanny similarities to his late uncle, from his skill on the golf course to his easy charm shaped by growing up with four sisters, just like Derek. Yet, despite Amelia revealing his true family ties, the rest of the Shepherd clan has been missing from the series. Season May 22nd finally changed that, with the perfect opportunity to reintroduce Derek's siblings, or even new Shepherd characters, into the Grey's Anatomy universe. Season 21 ended with a dramatic hospital explosion, leaving the fates of several doctors uncertain. As the dust settles, Season 22 promises not only fresh chaos, but also nostalgia, revisiting Derek's legacy through Lucas while exploring deeper family bonds that have been sidelined for years. Confirmed to premiere on October 9, 2025, Grey's Anatomy's record-breaking 22nd season will see most of the core cast return, while departures and cliffhangers leave fans guessing who survived. Ellen Pompeo is set to remain as both narrator and Meredith Grey, with the possibility of more screen time as Meredith balances Alzheimer's research with her duties. With Lucas stepping into Derek's shoes and the looming return of the Shepherd family, Season 22 is shaping up to blend fresh drama with a powerful nod to the past, keeping Grey's Anatomy's legacy alive for a whole new era. Hey lovely viewers, welcome to our channel Grey's Anatomy Official. Derek's Grey's Anatomy replacement ushers the return of a sidelined aspect. The hints of a Derek Shepherd replacement finally being revealed in Grey's Anatomy Season 21 make the return of one sidelined feature of the medical drama possible in Season 22. Derek's relationship with Meredith in Grey's Anatomy made him a key character, propelling him to the forefront because of their connection, despite his not being an intern at Seattle Grace. The sharp turns of Meredith and Derek's epic relationship set the tone for the romance in the medical drama's first 11 seasons, with Derek's death in Grey's Anatomy Season 11 working as the end of an era that made appearances connected to him difficult. However, Grey's Anatomy Season 21 hinting at Lucas being his replacement can make those happen again. Lucas's similarities with Derek call for the Shepherd family's return. Grey's Anatomy Season 21's focus on Lucas Adams centered on his relationship with Simone and the immovable certainty he would have had to repeat his intern year after he chose to operate on Sam Sutton without an attending's presence in the OR. However, glimpses of other parts of Lucas's life highlighted his similarities with Derek in Grey's Anatomy Season 21. Lucas finding himself at the right place and time with Ndugu and Weber in Grey's Anatomy Season 21, Episode 2 revealed how good he was at playing golf, even prompting Richard to compare Lucas to his uncle Derek because of that. Unrelatedly, Lucas's attempts to make a young patient feel at ease despite her tricky condition in Grey's Anatomy Season 21, Episode 15 revealed his being good at girl talk because he had four sisters, directly mirroring Derek, who was also a brother to four sisters. These glimpses couldn't develop into bigger storylines, but they established Lucas's parallels with Derek. Grey's Anatomy Seasons 20 and 21 showed the other interns in Lucas's group receiving different kinds of visits from their families, but the Shepherd's involvement in Lucas's life wasn't shown, except for Amelia revealing the truth about his family. Their absence warrants their return in Grey's Anatomy Season 22, even if it's Lucas's sisters, thus new Shepherds, making an appearance. Why Grey's Anatomy Season 22 is the best time for the Shepherds to return. When is Grey's Anatomy Season 22 coming out? What to know about the new release date? Grey's Anatomy isn't going anywhere. The long-running ABC medical drama was renewed for its 22nd season in April 2025, ahead of the finale of Season 21. As the drama heads into the latest installment, the producers say its longevity comes down to more than just fan loyalty. I still think it's a really fun show to watch, executive producer Betsy Beers told Collider in February 2025. The great thing is, it's a situation where you can bring people in and people leave, and people come back and new people come in, and there's always an engine for new personalities, new conflicts. She continued, the great thing and the sad thing about medicine is it's always changing, and there are always new cases. So what can fans expect when Grey Sloan Memorial opens its doors again? Here's everything to know about Season 22 of the long-running drama. Will there be a Grey's Anatomy Season 22? Yes, Grey's Anatomy has been renewed for a 22nd season. The next installment was confirmed in April 2025 by Deadline. The series holds the record for the longest-running primetime medical drama and the longest-running primetime scripted series on ABC. The following month, the show's Instagram account celebrated the latest finale and mentioned the new episodes on Instagram. That's a wrap on Season 21. We will see you Thursdays this fall for Season 22. Read the post's caption. How did Grey's Anatomy Season 21 end? The final episode of Grey's Anatomy's 21st season was explosive in more ways than one. Dr. Amelia Shepherd, Katarina Scorsone, faced a harrowing case involving a 9-year-old girl named Dylan Gatlin with locked-in syndrome, whose surgery had to be delayed until her brain bleed stabilized. Desperate to save her daughter, Jenna Gatlin threatened to blow up the hospital unless Amelia intervened. The team managed to save Dylan before Jenna could act, though a forgotten valve left the building vulnerable. In the final moments, an explosion tore through the surgical floor, a chilling parallel to Season 13, when Meredith Grey watched the hospital burn from the parking lot. Executive producer and showrunner Meg Marinis told Variety in May 2025 that the callback was no accident. In the past, we've had people threaten the hospital. We've seen Gary Clark in the Shooter episode at the end of Season 6, she said. But we were like, what does it look like when a destroyed mom does it? So we did a twist on the story and wanted to do a nostalgic Grey's finale where you don't know who lives and who dies. Who is in the Grey's Anatomy Season 22 cast? Deadline reported that most of the main cast is set to return for the upcoming season, including Scorsone Chandra Wilson, who plays Dr. Miranda Bailey, James Pickens Jr., Dr. Richard Webber, Kevin McKidd, Kim Raver, and Camilla Luddington. Only 2 series departures have been confirmed for Season 22. Jake Borelli, who has played Dr. Levi Schmidt since 2017, and Midori Francis, who played surgical intern Mika Yasuda since 2022. The fate of Dr. Atticus Link Lincoln, played by Chris Carmack since 2018, was left open-ended after his character was caught in an explosion in the Season 21 finale. The actor told Woman's World in June 2025 that, anything can happen. We left Season 21 on a precarious note, especially for my character, he said. I don't know what I can share because I don't know anything yet. The writers are working on Season 22, and the show has been picked up. Carmack cheekily added, wait, now that I think about it, I haven't gotten the call yet saying, see ya in July. Is Ellen Pompeo returning for Grey's Anatomy Season 22? Pompeo will continue to serve as both an executive producer and the narrator of Grey's Anatomy in Season 22, Deadline reported. However, she's also expected to reprise the iconic role of Meredith, which she stepped back from in Season 20. It's unclear to what extent her character will be present during this upcoming installment. In the Season 21 finale, Meredith agreed to spend her summers working in the OR in exchange for lab space to continue her Alzheimer's research. This shift may mean more screen time for Pompeo, though she has yet to confirm. In an April 2025 interview with Elle Pace, the actress revealed that she had no plans to leave Grey's Anatomy completely as it would make no sense, emotionally or financially. Grey's Anatomy was streamed more than 1 billion times in 2024, she said. The companies that own the show and stream the show make a lot of money from our images and our voices and our faces. If I were to walk away completely, everybody gets to make money from my hard work for 20 years. Marinis hasn't confirmed if Pompeo's love interest, Dr. Nick Marsh, will also return for Season 22. But she told Deadline in June 2025 that they love Scott and the fictional power couple is still together. When is the Grey's Anatomy Season 22 release date? Season 22 of Grey's Anatomy will premiere on October 9, 2025 at 10 p.m. The medical drama's release date was moved up 1 week per Deadline. Where can I watch Grey's Anatomy? Grey's Anatomy. Who does Meredith end up with on the series? Ellen Pompeo's Dr. Meredith Grey, the titular Grey in Shonda Rhimes' medical drama Grey's Anatomy, is an extremely accomplished fictional woman. She's a board-certified general surgeon, carrying on her legendary mother Ellis Grey's, Kate Burton, legacy as an innovator and pioneer in the surgical field. On top of that, she's a mother of 3, a winner of a prestigious and fictional Harper Avery Award, and is the co-owner of Gray Sloan Memorial Hospital, the Central Seattle hospital on the series. She's also almost died, several times over. Still, what are fans of Grey's Anatomy focused on when it comes to Meredith? Her love life. To be perfectly clear, I stand by the fact that Meredith has one great love on Grey's Anatomy, and it's Dr. Christina Yang, Sandra Oh, a cardiothoracic surgeon who leaves the series in its season 10 finale. As Meredith's person, Christina understands her fellow physician better than anyone, and before Christina's departure, she's the only person who can truly be there for Meredith during the best and worst times. Christina and Meredith, however, are not romantically involved, so as much as I hate to discount her as Meredith's only real love, I sort of have to. Now that I've got that out of the way, who does Meredith end up with on Grey's Anatomy? Her love life is, admittedly, a total roller coaster, so buckle up as I give you the details on Meredith's marriage, the loss of her husband, the new love she finds as a widow, and who she's romantically involved with by the time she officially exits as a series regular in season 19. For most of Grey's Anatomy, Derek Shepherd is Meredith Grey's one great love. You can't discuss Meredith's love life on Grey's Anatomy without talking quite a lot about Derek Shepherd, a neurosurgeon played by Patrick Dempsey. In the show's pilot, Meredith kicks a naked Derek out of her house after picking him up at a bar the night before, only to discover, on her first day of work at what's then named Seattle Grace Hospital, Derek is one of her bosses. Despite the fact that she's a surgical intern and Derek isn't attending, the two do start dating, but their first attempt at a relationship is totally derailed when Derek's estranged and secret, up until this point, wife Dr. Addison Montgomery Shepherd shows up in Seattle to get her man back. When Addison leaves the show in season 3, Meredith and Derek have a shot, but Meredith's fear of commitment gets in their way. The pair finally get back together for good at the end of season 4, get married on a post-it in the season 5 finale, and start trying to start a family in season 6. When Derek, who's named the chief of surgery in season 6, is shot by a former patient's angry and grieving husband, the stress of the entire situation results in Meredith miscarrying her first pregnancy. Ultimately, Derek and Meredith adopt a baby girl from Africa named Zola, who came to Seattle as part of a program that provided children in Malawi with much-needed medical care, and in the season 9 finale, Meredith gives birth to their son Derek Bailey Shepherd, who's usually referred to as just Bailey in honor of Chunder Wilson's Dr. Miranda Bailey, who saves Meredith's life while she's in childbirth. Despite some speed bumps in their now officially legal marriage, the two wed at City Hall during Zola's adoption process, things go pretty well for Meredith and Derek in the aftermath of that, even when Derek wants to move the entire family to Washington, D.C. in season 11. However, this is when Derek is grievously injured in a car crash and put on life support at a rural hospital that fails to give him the full exam he needs, and Meredith has to make the decision to turn the machines off. She then disappears for a 2-episode arc titled She's Leaving Home, and it's ultimately revealed that she was pregnant at the time of Derek's death. When she returns to Seattle, she does so with their daughter Ellis Shepherd alongside Zola and Bailey. Derek is, without question, Meredith's most important romantic relationship on Grey's Anatomy. So, who follows him? After losing Derek, Meredith Grey finds an unexpected connection. Meredith's first fling following Derek's death doesn't go well, to put it lightly. After meeting Dr. William Thorpe, Scott Elrod, Meredith takes him home only to frantically kick him out the next morning and sink into a brief depression. After that, Meredith puts her head down to focus on her career and raising her 3 children, until season 12, when she meets Nathan Riggs, a former military surgeon played by Martin Henderson. Nathan butts heads with his former friend and fellow veteran Dr. Owen Hunt, Kevin McKidd, and seems, at first, to be flirting with Meredith's half-sister Dr. Maggie Pierce, Kelly McCreary, who takes over the cardiothoracic surgery department after Christina moves to Switzerland. What ends up happening, though, is that Meredith and Nathan have an unexpected tryst and, despite concerns about Maggie's feelings and Meredith's reluctance, the two start dating. Nathan and Meredith are pretty comfortable right up until it's revealed that Owen's sister and Nathan's ex-fiancée Megan Hunt, Abigail Spencer, who was also an army medic and was assumed captured and dead, is alive. When Megan is airlifted to Seattle with a serious stomach injury, Meredith makes medical history by giving Megan an abdominal transplant, and she also encourages Nathan to rekindle his romance with Megan. He does and brings her adopted son Farouk from Iraq to Seattle. And as a family unit, Nathan, Megan, and Farouk move to Los Angeles, ending Nathan's relationship with Meredith in season 14, which is, obviously, also when Henderson leaves the show. Meredith turns the tables and dates an intern on Grey's Anatomy. Despite a flirtation with a new orthopedic surgeon named Dr. Atticus Lincoln, Chris Carmack, Meredith ultimately experiences a total role reversal of her relationship with Derek and, as an award-winning attending surgeon, starts dating an intern. The intern in question, Dr. Andrew DeLuca, drunkenly and impulsively kisses Meredith in the season 14 finale while they're attending a wedding, but they don't officially start dating until halfway through season 15. The fact that Andrew makes it a habit to seductively whisper phrases in his native language of Italian into Meredith's ear so that she finally relents and pursues the relationship certainly doesn't hurt. When Meredith commits insurance fraud at the end of season 15 to help a young, uninsured girl and her father, Andrew takes the blame and ends up in prison, and the two reveal that they love each other. Meredith makes things right by confessing and nearly loses her medical license. After performing community service and arguing to keep her license, Meredith is fully reinstated. This entire ordeal, though, creates major tension between Andrew and Meredith. Unfortunately for Andrew and Meredith, their initially sweet relationship suffers from a power imbalance that frequently gets in their way, and Andrew ends up facing some mental health issues that derail their connection as well. Before that, Andrew realizes that Meredith will always look down on him and, perhaps mostly importantly, never respect him as much as she respected Derek, and he ends their relationship. They never reconcile either, particularly after Andrew is diagnosed with bipolar disorder and realizes he needs to figure out how to manage said diagnosis on his own. He's ultimately killed in the show's 17th season while Meredith is in a coma due to a severe case of COVID-19. She sees him in a dream, confirming he passed away. In Grey's Anatomy season 18, Meredith finally meets her match. Dr. Nick Marsh, played by Felicity Alum-Scott Speedman, actually first appears in season 14 of Grey's Anatomy as a doctor assisting Meredith on an organ transplant after receiving a kidney transplant himself. When Nick collapses, Meredith performs surgery on him and saves his life, and in season 18, when Meredith is splitting her time between Seattle and Minnesota to work on a cure for Parkinson's disease with her mother's former colleague Dr. David Hamilton, Peter Gallagher, she runs into Nick while she's away from Seattle. The two ultimately rekindle a relationship, attempting to date long distance while Meredith is in Seattle. Meredith almost moves to Minnesota to work with David and be with Nick, but ultimately is needed in Seattle, temporarily ending her relationship with Nick. When Meredith moves away from Seattle and heads to Boston for a new job opportunity with the Fox Foundation, headed by Dr. Catherine Fox, Debbie Allen, mother of Meredith's colleague Dr. Jackson Avery, Jesse Williams, and a major benefactor of Gray Sloan Memorial, to study a cure for Alzheimer's disease, Nick joins her, and the two buy a house together, indicating that they're in it for the long haul. Derek's Grey's Anatomy replacement ushers the return of a sidelined aspect. The hints of a Derek Shepherd replacement finally being revealed in Grey's Anatomy season 21 make the return of one sidelined feature of the medical drama possible in season 22. Derek's relationship with Meredith in Grey's Anatomy made him a key character, propelling him to the forefront because of their connection, despite his not being an intern at Seattle Grace. The sharp turns of Meredith and Derek's epic relationship set the tone for the romance in the medical drama's first 11 seasons, with Derek's death in Grey's Anatomy season 11 working as the end of an era that made appearances connected to him difficult. However, Grey's Anatomy season 21 hinting at Lucas being his replacement can make those happen again. Lucas's similarities with Derek call for the Shepherd family's return, even new characters. Grey's Anatomy season 21's focus on Lucas Adams centered on his relationship with Simone and the immovable certainty he would have had to repeat his intern year after he chose to operate on Sam Sutton without an attending's presence in the OR. However, glimpses of other parts of Lucas's life highlighted his similarities with Derek in Grey's Anatomy season 21. Lucas finding himself at the right place and time with Ndugu and Weber in Grey's Anatomy season 21, episode 2 revealed how good he was at playing golf, even prompting Richard to compare Lucas to his uncle Derek because of that. Unrelatedly, Lucas's attempts to make a young patient feel at ease despite her tricky condition in Grey's Anatomy season 21, episode 15 revealed his being good at girl talk because he had 4 sisters, directly mirroring Derek, who was also a brother to 4 sisters. These glimpses couldn't develop into bigger storylines, but they established Lucas's parallels with Derek. Grey's Anatomy seasons 20 and 21 showed the other interns in Lucas's group receiving different kinds of visits from their families, but the Shepherd's involvement in Lucas's life wasn't shown, except for Amelia revealing the truth about his family. Their absence warrants their return in Grey's Anatomy season 22, even if it's Lucas's sisters, thus new Shepherds, making an appearance.